Opening day, and now he finds his work a bit tougher. Currently second in points behind Eddie Reed Jr. in that 27X. He's about 8 or 10 cars behind Reed, but he's got 15 laps, and that car is more than equal to the task. Keep your eyes on that beautiful 03. He's coming from the rear. Pace car to the infield. Daniel James on the inside. Tracy Kernazik on the outside. Then it's Skip Brudig and Kenny Cassidy in row 2, and we're about set to go racing in the second feature event of the evening. Patiently waiting, Danny Cordaway has the green flag waving, and we're underway. Kernazik able to blast out front. He wins the drag race into turn number 1. Daniel James battling for that second spot, but Skip Brudig and Kenny Cassidy have other ideas in mind. The field tightly bunched, somebody sideways. Jimmy Dowda goes around with the 89X, collects at least one car. That's the 08 automobile. Jimmy Bruce. And it looks as though Howard Gernhardt involved. That's car number 36. Could have been a whole lot worse, folks. He went around in front of most of the cars. Tracy Kernazik in his sophomore year. Cranking it down a bit more, anticipating the green. We've got it, and he's back underway. Field stays tightly bunched. Glenn Boss in car number 11X looking to move up. Bobby Bruce in the 05. Bud Keeney in the 77X, all up front. A little bump and go in the back of the pack, but everybody stays pointed in the right direction. Three and 4 wide through the turn. Action hot and heavy. They settle down a bit on the back straightaway. John Faulkner on the move with that old 3 car down in the inside, outside, whatever it takes, as he continues to claw his way to the front of the field. At Donnellan in the 07, also on the move. A lot of cars trying to improve their positions. Eddie Reed Jr., the current point leader, driving car number 27X, high in the marbles up in turn 4. John Faulkner using the inside lane to go on by. One of the Coates boys. This time it's the 12X automobile of Joey Coates off the speedway in turn 1. He could be stuck in the mud as the yellow flag now waves, as Joey Coates in trouble with the 12. Tracy Kernazik, Daniel James, bring him down once again to the line. Green is out. Kernazik has the edge. This time Kenny Cassidy looks to the inside. He'd like to take the runner-up honors away from James. 77X also waiting in the wings, as is the 05 of Bobby Bruce. Glenn Boss in the 11X. They're all still up front along with Skip Brudig and a cast of many. The field stays tightly bunched. A very compatible field of limited sportsmen this evening. Nobody has a clear-cut advantage, but there's a lot of racing for position. Trouble in turn 3. Joe Macknick into the side of Gary Preble. Make that turn 2. We got ahead of ourselves there for a minute, but that seems to have settled down quite nicely. Halfway marker coming out this time by. The Bills cards twice as nice. Ledyard Auto, the Vital Connection. Headlines Gathering Place all sponsor the 33 car, and he's in search of his first win of the year as Mike Holdridge and John Faulkner battle back in the pack along with Eddie Reed Jr. 9 laps shown as complete. There'll be 5 to go when they cross the stripe this time by. A lot of action yet to be had over the final 5 circuits. A lot of spots. Still up for grabs. Time running out. Tracy Kernozik appears to have the field covered, but that can change real quickly, like, folks. Keep your eyes on the Bills card. Twice as nice Legend Auto. Vital Connection sponsored 33 as he continues to set sail.
Trouble through the turns of 23 of Danny Green going around. He was tagged by the 36 of Howard Gernhardt. Another car losing a wheel on the backstretch. It looks as though it's a 44 Gary Preble. We continue to run under green, but now it appears as though the caution coming out. Caution coming out with 13 laps. Scored as complete.
Pace car quietly slides off the racetrack on the backstretch. He's out of the way. Let's go racing for the final 3 circuits. Tracy Kernozik, Daniel James, Bobby Bruce, Pat Donnellan, the first 2 rows as the green is back out and we're back underway. The field begins to settle down. Time running out. If anybody's got anything left, they better pull out the stops, as we got but 2 more circuits to go. The popsicle sticks are up.
Trouble through the turns at 32 as Skip Bruning goes around over in turn number 2. White flag is due out this time by. Bruning has the 32 fired up. Caution, though, back out on the speedway just as Alan Coates and Daniel James hook together. Where he looks to steer the field down. It's a 2-lap dash for all the cash and the points. They look to wind him up heading towards turn number 4 as Tracy Kernozik looks to get the bite. Bobby Bruce with a 0-5 looking to challenge. Here comes the 0-7 of Pat Donnellan as well as the top 3 cars running nose to tail. Bud Keeney now up to the 4th spot with the 77X. Danny James holding up that high groove of traffic just a bit. White flag due out this time by is Tracy Kernozik looking for win number 1 just as Alan Coates wallops the Armco barrier on the front stretch. Back half of the field forced to scatter. The 82 of Mike Holdridge also taking a hard shot, as did the 40 of Paul Dorothy and the 46 of Jones up alongside row number 2. A nice orderly pace being set in turn number 2. 2-lap dash to the finish. Bobby Bruce and Pat Donnellan work their way down the front stretch to turn number 1. Bobby Bruce with the advantage. Pat Donnellan battling back up high. Here comes Glenn Boss in car number 11. But Pat Donnellan taking the high route around the 1/3 mile oval. He has the advantage going into turn number 4. Out of turn number 4, Pat Donnellan is your leader at the white flag. Final time around the 1/3 mile oval. Bobby Bruce in the 0-5 now running second. Glenn Boss in the 11 now third. And it looks as though it's Bud Keeney in car number 77. So Keeney putting together a fine finish out of turn number 4 for the final time as Pat Donnellan picks up the win. Settling for the runner-up spots, car number 05 of Bobby Bruce from Basra, the Continental Vending sponsored entry. That was the Zips Diner. Larry's Automotive, Michael's Pool sponsored number 11X for Glenn Boss of Charleston, Rhode Island. And settling for the 4th position, it's the Aaron's Auto Body, sponsored number 77X for Bud Keeney of Clinton. Joe Golis now trackside. He'll be having a word with the feature winner, Pat Donnellan, in car number 07.
John Bohan picks up another win here at the Shoreline Oval. Congratulations, I'll tell you. I don't think I would have chosen the outside lane on Bobby Bruce. Whatever inspired you to go to the outside?
The inside wasn't working, and I was starting second. It's a place to be.
You know, the car seemed to be working pretty well. I'm sure you got a lot of help in getting that car going.
Big crew this year. All the guys from Gators, Mike down at K-Bill, the owner is Don Rinthen from Don's Caps. Huge crew. They do good.
You forgot Branches Radiator? I'm sure you got a few more out there.
Branches Radiator and K-Bill race cars for all you aspiring race car drivers.
You know, you got one win this year. I believe you got one last year.
Yeah, we did.
Well, all you can do is go up from here. Now you start adding them up.
Yep.
Again, a nice run. Keep up the good work.
Thanks a lot.
How about it, folks? folks, the winner of the 15-lap Limited Sportsman main event out of Salem, Connecticut, just down around the corner, as Pat Donnellan does it in fine fashion on that final lap of the race.